Michelle.
Hey girl,
I'm ready to go.
how you feeling?
Eurovision fan. Are you ready for the show? Hey folks, and welcome to another video. I'm so excited to be live because we have to talk about the semifinal running order. Hey, if you've never been in my channel before, welcome. I am Alesia Michelle, and if you love the Eurovision Song Contest, I think you're going to like my channel. So please take this opportunity to like this video and to subscribe because, yeah, we're in peak season. I definitely got more content coming for you. So if you love the Eurovision Song Contest, please take this opportunity to like the video and to subscribe. Really, every subscribe is free. You don't really get bugged or anything like that. And it really just tells YouTube that you love Eurovision content. So then it's going to suggest some other folks to you too to follow. So you should do that. All right. So I'm going to give, I guess, my first initial thoughts when I was hopping into looking at the running order. Because, I think every year there's kind of the faux outrage of this looks crazy. What's going on here? Last year, I think I got to a place where I was like, okay, this makes sense to me. This one didn't feel like it didn't make sense. But it's me. It's me. So, I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real. I feel like I looked at this and I was like, ooh, y'all a little petty. I know that in real life, they're not petty. Okay. I know in real life, they are not petty. Okay. I know that. But looking at it, it felt a little bit like at some of the running orders because some of the stuff, choices. Choices, decisions were made. Now, of course, we can say that this is all, it's just about the flow of the show. And for the most part, I am sure that is the case. We don't know what the set pieces are. We don't know the props that they're going to be rolling out for other people. So, of course, we have to think about this with the mindset of keeping the tightest ship going. You know what's interesting though? Because was that the consideration last year? Because remember, we had a whole bunch of pad in between the songs last year at some of the semifinals, right? Do y'all remember that? It would be like these really long shots of the audience. And it's like, man, these people on stage still setting up. So I hope this year with this running order is going to feel efficient. I hope it's going to feel efficient because ultimately we don't want the drag. Those are times where people just go, oh, well, if it's taking this long, I might as well go to the bathroom. And they might miss one of the performances that they need to tune into, that they need to vote for. So I will just say when I looked at it at first, I was a little bit like, petty. It just felt a little bit, Adam. It just felt a little bit like, oof. Oh, y'all said that with your whole chest. Okay. So, in order to keep us coming into this, and before we hop in, because this is a live stream, and if you're watching this on the replay, you could have been here live if you were subscribed. So, take this opportunity to like and subscribe. Okay, let's see. Let's see who we got here. Everyone is here. Oh my goodness. So many folks, so many folks. Hello, hello, hello from Spain. Hello from Spain. Hello, Jan. Oh, you finally made a live stream and you're here for a good one. You're here for a good one because we're going to be real efficient, just like these shows should be run, right? Okay, so we're pulling this up. I'll tell you the things that stood out to me first. And again, I'm not separating it like semi one, second semi, but for the discussion portion, we'll go into that. So I'm just going to give my overall thoughts. And of course, I got my notepad because I mean business. So I will say, I've always said people remember what they start with and the end. And so you always want to make sure in your running order, you start off strong and you end strong. Most people, they forget about what happens in the middle. But when we start telling the stories of Eurovision, 2023, you don't want to have a situation kind of like last year where we basically kicked off the whole show with Albania and they didn't even make it to the final. That's not great. So I feel like, opening, at least for semifinal one, opening with Norway, closing with Finland, good. These are surefire qualifiers. It's surefire qualifiers. But I will say, and maybe should I get into the critique first? Well, and I'll get into the critique. I feel like I, as a show producer, because Norway already came in with so much hype, I would have made people wait for Norway. I would have had Norway closing out the half in this. Just because the song already has gone viral, you're going to have a lot of people who might just be like, "Oh, they've heard the song on TikTok, maybe they've heard it on Spotify and whatnot." I would make them wait. Yes, they might have already seen the national selection performance, but honestly, I think Norway might make some thoughtful changes and add in some little surprises. And I wouldn't. I just feel like you're just giving away one of your kind of big ticket performers at the beginning. So although I feel like yes, Norway is a solid opening because it's good, it's going to sound good, it's going to be staged efficiently. I would have maybe I'm gonna be real. I would have probably kicked off. I just would have kicked off with something else. And I still stand by I don't think it would have been awful to start off with Ireland. But Ireland still might not have qualified. So no, we don't want the narrative that we had last year. But I will say if I was a producer and I wanted to start my party off, I would have kicked off with Malta. I would have opened the show with Malta. If I wasn't going to go with the anthemic message song, I would have kicked off with the fun party song. And then you're kind of throwing the bone a little bit to Malta to give them a little bit of a favor. But we didn't do that. We didn't do that. Okay. Um, Closing with Finland, I have no objections. Makes sense. It was going to qualify. It's fun. It's memorable. Come on, let's do that. Let's see what y'all think. Deep EBU loves a powerful woman opening. They did it with Ronella last year in Armenia in 2019. Again, but those didn't make it. Those didn't make it. And I David, Ireland have drawn a golden spot they probably don't deserve. Oh, we think that Ireland's in a golden spot? I think the golden spot for Ireland that would have helped them would have been opening. But we'll get to that later. ESC Dakota, Malta would have been a solid opener. I agree. I probably would have gone with Malta. I feel better in my sweater. Ba-da-dum-dum-dum-dum. And even if it didn't qualify, I do still feel like it feels like an opener to the show. But again, I'm not mad at them for picking the thing that they know is definitely going to make it. So yeah. EFC Moa, I think Norway is a great opener. Like I'm not mad that Norway's opening. I think it's a solid opener, but I would have made people wait for it because it is already so popular. So the producer and me would have been like, "No, I'm going to make you sit through these 4 songs before I give you the thing that maybe you came for." Just, yeah, let's see. Mary agreed, understandable that they want to open with a banger, but I feel like Norway would have been more effective in the middle of the first half and semifinal 1 to keep it more entertaining. But that's we just started off. Let's talk about the open and close for the second semifinal. We're opening with Denmark. Okay. Again, this was a thing that I was like, oh, oh, okay. Because here's the thing. Say what you want about the second semifinal, but I think we got a lot of interesting and entertaining in the second semifinal. I would have, if you ask me what I would have gone with, I would have probably gone with, honestly, I would have probably gone with Armenia. That's what I would have done for the second half. I would have started with Armenia. We could have even done a little bit of the intro of like, yeah, the song last year went viral. Rosalind has charted all over the world. She's now going to be on tour with Ed Sheeran. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have maybe just started off with Armenia, but we're starting off with Denmark, which I know unpopular. Some of y'all don't like. Some of y'all don't like Denmark's song. I do. I actually like Denmark's song. Let's see. But I think closing the second semifinal with Australia, I'm cool with it. I think it's okay. I think they're giving Australia a little bit of they're doing them a favor because honestly, we could have had Slovenia close out the show. I think we could have had Austria close out the show. But Australia's feels anthemic. So, but it's still interesting to start with Denmark and then move to Australia. I don't know. I wouldn't have hated um someone saying Belgium should have opened. I wouldn't have hated Belgium opening. I think where Belgium is now is a little bit buried. I might have I don't know if it was between Denmark and Belgium to open, I would have gone with I think Belgium over Denmark. I could have easily just swapped the both of those, but then you would have had Riley next to Andrew, and that might not have been optimal. Um, that might not have been optimal. So here we are. But right now we have Gustav next to Andrew, which I don't think that that's really optimal personally. But I think that Denmark opening the show is not that bad. It's not that bad, but it was a choice. I was not clocking for that. I didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, okay. So let's see. So the other things that stood out to me, well, yeah, yeah, that semifinal two is interesting. Let me hop into the comments. Belgium is literally the only happy song in the first half. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't have hated. Like if it was between Denmark and Belgium to open the show, I would have thrown it to Belgium. If it was me, I would have thrown it to Belgium. But we'll see. Jake, I really like Denmark's song, but I feel like Belgium or Iceland could have been more energetic openers. I think the thing is, I wouldn't have had Iceland opening it. I don't obviously y'all know I like that song. I wouldn't have had it open because she is just really by herself on the stage with all of that smoke, and I don't think that they're going to change anything in the dry ice or whatever. So let's see. Greece is not going to qualify with that spot. I just think it's too basic. Okay. Jan says, I thought that Austria will close the show. Yeah, I was actually thinking that there was a chance that Austria, but I don't mind Australia because the all right, it's like, all right, we're done. Europe, start your voting. You know what I mean? I'm okay with that. Um EBU doing Serbia dirty 2 years in a row. But can we really say that Constructa made it? Constructa made it. I think Serbia is not in a bad spot. Eurodie, Belgium gives us a bit of impetus amidst some of the slow song. Like, so it's injecting something there. It is, I don't know. Felix P, they did Armenia dirty. It isn't a sure qualifier anymore. Um, uh, Fivze, I think they put Denmark first up because he has 15 million followers. You know, but if he has 15 million followers, then you should make those people sit through the show. You should make them wait. Viewership numbers. You want people watching for the longest period of time. So that's why I'm like, I would be burying, kind of the people that I feel like people are trying to tune into. Raphael says Denmark opening the show might indicate great staging. Albania from last year is calling. First half of semifinal 2 are a bunch of youngsters. Uh, uh, um, oh, how old is Gustav? Greece's odds improved 100 times with their slot. I agree. I think that at first I was kind of so let me break down. I'm gonna tell y'all the crimes. And are they really crimes? Probably not. But these are the crimes that I identified within this semifinal running order, according to me. Okay, according to me. And who am I really? Okay, so let's talk about semifinal 1. So if y'all want to talk about your crimes from semifinal 1, y'all can hop into the comment. Okay. So, let's talk about semifinal 1. Malta being number 2. Malta being number 2. You could have even swapped both of those just to improve positioning of number 2. Because the thing is, Alessandra is easily going to qualify, period. So you could have had her number 2 and like given Malta a little bit of a favor. But it just is something about it that I was like, really? This song? Okay, guess y'all don't have as much faith in it as we were feeling because I'm feeling the track. I think it's good, it's uplifting, and the way that they staged it, even at the national selection, was good. So, like, okay. Next up, yeah. Um, Next up, and we're talking about crimes of semifinal one. Okay. Um, Azerbaijan between Sweden and Czechia. It was already DOA. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all didn't have to do that. Y'all could have bumped Azerbaijan up into ninth position and just had everything else the way that it was. You didn't have to do that. I stand by that. That was like she serves you right trying to rig rig votes in my contest last year. It was, yeah. I'll tell you right now, I would have swapped the Netherlands and Moldova. The Netherlands, like right next to Finland and Czechia, I would have just swapped those instantly. I think that the Netherlands in between Israel and Sweden would have been just fine. I think I just don't know why we need that like right in the end of our show. Like it felt, I don't know what it felt like. I just was kind of like I would have put Moldova down a little bit more, because I just think it's great. It's kind of the stuff that we come to Eurovision for. I would have put the Netherlands. I would have just straight up swapped Moldova and the Netherlands. I said it. And I think the biggest crime of the running order is Ireland is over. It's over. It's over. ESC Dakota, you're saying it's over for the Netherlands. I mean, I think it would have been better for them to be higher up. I think they would have been served better in spot number 10. I don't know. I don't know. What do you think about Sweden's spot? Might be an ad break before. It doesn't matter. Sweden is easily qualifying, even if they don't get to win this semi, which I think that, well, no, they're not winning the semi. Finland's winning the semi, so let me let that go. But they were qualifying easily, so I don't think it's that bad. I think the Netherlands might make it if the staging is good. I'll give you my thoughts on what I think is going to make it based off of the staging. But yeah, I'm just focusing on the crimes of semifinal one, and that running order. Switzerland after Croatia. Ouch. Look, I didn't note this as a crime because ultimately I do think the bombast of Croatia, we're going to need to be able to take a breath after that. And so Switzerland is offering that breath and potential, bathroom break and refill of our snacks and beverages. Sorry. Sorry. Noe says Sweden is winning the semi. I think Finland could still win the semi. Sorry, yeah, I think Finland could still win the semi. Taylor James is over for Latvia looking at Junior. I There's still a world. There's still a world. Taylor, don't spam the chat. I'll put you in timeout. Well, yep, you're gonna get put in timeout. Okay. Oh yeah, stop the spam. We don't do spam over here. Not the Swiss bathroom break. I mean, it is. I think it is. I think it is. I don't know. I don't know. The Netherlands has a good spot because it's late in the show and people that aren't into Finland may like it. I don't think that this is hurting the Netherlands, but if I'm thinking of an optimal run of show, sonically, I would have moved the Netherlands up. I just would have legit swapped. I mean, if I just did it, I would have just instantly swapped Moldova and the Netherlands. That's what I would have done. That's what I've done. Okay, yeah, let's talk about semifinal two because somebody's already saying it. So semifinal two, the crimes that I have. And I think I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think with each I had like 5 crimes. Armenia in slot number 2. Like when they could have just opened. When they could have just opened. It was feeling weird. So it must be something with the staging and the props, but okay. I think that Belgium is buried. I know some people are like, well, it might stand out between Estonia, but I would not have put Belgium next to Cyprus. I would, honestly, I think Belgium might have been in a better place just swapped with Estonia, where you have Romania, then Belgium, and then Estonia. I think would have been better for Belgium. I just wouldn't have had it next to Cyprus. I wouldn't have had it there at all. I just think it's buried. I think it's buried. ESC Moa says Armenia is too slow to be an opener. I kind of disagree because I think you ease into it. You ease into it, but whatever. I wouldn't have put it there. I just think that there's enough hype around it that I would have I would have opened with it. But yeah, I feel like Belgium is buried. I think Belgium is buried. We could have had Belgium. I would have even swapped Belgium. Well, no, I wouldn't have swapped it. If Belgium, so I would have had Greece in spot number 4, Estonia in spot number 5, and then I would have knocked Belgium to 8th. That's what I would have done. But clearly there must be some set pieces. San Marino between Georgia and Austria. It's like the same thing with Azerbaijan. It was just like you didn't have to do all that. So San Marino, it's over, right? Like it's not qualifying. I mean, and this is not just based off the running order. It's just like that slot is doing it no favors. That slot is doing it no favors. This might be an unpopular opinion, but I'm worried for Estonia, y'all. I don't know if y'all are worried. I don't know if y'all are worried. I would be worried about Estonia. And then I would have swapped Slovenia and Lithuania, but closed with Austria in semifinal 2. I would have, in the second half, I would have swapped Slovenia and Lithuania, and I would have closed out my show with Austria. Let's see. Estonia will get lost in Verona again. Estonia will be forgotten when Belgium brings the party. Estonia, I can see non-qualification. No jury to save Estonia is tough. And then, no, I think Estonia is good in between Romania and Belgium. I mean, maybe Estonia could offer the breath. I just don't know if people want to breathe. I don't know. Nina, no, Estonia will make it. Okay, so let me just I'll give you my implications based off of the semifinal running order. This is not my final locked in predictions. I'll do a video, like we did last year with the jam board and we were moving things over. We're going to do that after we get a couple of pre-parties and obviously before we end up. So before rehearsals, I will be giving you my semifinal like qualification predictions. But based off of the songs and the stuff, this is what I think we're going to see. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready? Yeah, let's do this. So I'm starting off with, let me just start off with semifinal 2. What I'm feeling like is sure based off of this. This is not what I want to see happen. This is like based off the running order, the songs, hype, what's in the sauce. This is not my finalized prediction. The disclaimer has been made. Okay. The disclaimer has been made. What I think is surely going to qualify is Denmark, Cyprus, Slovenia, Georgia, Austria, and Australia. Based off of this is who I think is surefire going to qualify. Denmark, Cyprus, Slovenia, Georgia, Austria, Australia. Now I'm going to move on to most likely. Most likely to qualify is Armenia, Albania, and Greece. And then the 10th slot will be a battle between Lithuania and Estonia, and I'm giving the edge to Estonia. Lithuania. I'm giving the edge to Lithuania. Okay? But I'll tell you my asterisks. I think that Greece, Belgium, and Denmark could be fighting for the same slot. Yeah. I think that Greece, Belgium, and Denmark, and maybe no. So if you remember, so you following me? I'm thinking surefire now that Denmark's opening the show. I'm saying Australia, Austria, Georgia, Slovenia, and Cyprus. And then I have Denmark with an asterisk by it. Most likely to make it, Armenia, Albania, and then Greece. Asterisk next to Greece. Because I'll tell you, and then the 10th slot will be a battle between Estonia and Lithuania. I'm saying I don't know if we're going to get both. And I think Lithuania is getting the edge. We're not going to get Estonia. And my asterisk is, I think between Denmark, Belgium, and Greece, That's the fighting for the bottom. Okay, let me hop over. Okay. I love Denmark, but I don't see them making it once again. Okay. I think Albania is in qualifying. Sasha Jean Baptiste can't magic 5 people into having stage charisma, but she can make sure that the person who does have stage charisma is in the forefront and the other people who don't are not. If she can make, I mean, Sasha made Switzerland qualify last year. I don't care what anyone says. Switzerland wouldn't have made it last year if they hadn't had Sasha doing the staging, period. Period. And Albania has decent running order, and they're giving us something that we typically like, that we come to. ESC Dakota, Greece has such a huge advantage being in the same semi as Denmark and Cyprus. It's qualifying. So again, that's why I said I'm like, I think it's Greece. My thing is, I think it's Greece, Belgium, and Denmark battling. I think if Denmark, so I remember I said Denmark as a surefire qualifier with an asterisk because I think ultimately a slot could be there, and I don't think that we're gonna get Lithuania and Estonia. So you think Lithuania? I don't know what this title is. His name is Lithuania, definite qualifier. Okay. Pity of Greece. He's only 16 and he's wonderful. I think he's good. I think Greece still has like a shot. I think it has more of a shot than we think it does. Greece will 100% qualify if a lot of non-fans vote. Typical chart music. That's true. Raphael says Belgium is going through. I felt like, so remember when we first got the song, I was like, I'm nervous because of what might be coming in the pipeline. I don't know if what Belgium is giving is enough. Then we got the songs and I was like, ooh, okay, we might have some room for Belgium. And then we got the running order. And now I'm like, they buried it. They buried it. I don't think that this is an optimal spot for Belgium at all, personally. I just, I don't think it's great. Voters won't won't have Albania make it in a risky semi. Okay. I think Greece will qualify. Okay. I'm not sure on Albania either. I think both Baltics are more likely. Okay. What about Georgia? I said that Georgia was a surefire qualifier. Lithuania doesn't stick out in the mix. I think it won't qualify. I'll tell you what makes me think that Lithuania will get picked. They got that bomb running order slot. And I will tell you, when I first heard it, to be fair, when I first heard the song, I was like, oh, I think I like this. And I feel like what message song, like what anthemic female like message song ballad do we have this year? I'm not saying we have to have one, but I'm just saying Eurovision typically has one. So I don't know. ESC Cyprus, Australia will qualify. Duh. Chloe, I really think Denmark will qualify. I'm kind of living in the world where it does. I think now that it's opening the semi, I'm like, oof. Oof. Suana, I think Belgium is a sure qualifier, actually. I don't think in this semi. I'm just not living there. I don't know. I'm just not living there. Let me hop back into the comments. Iceland, yeah. For Iceland to qualify, we would need Victor or Andrew to lose their voices or something. I don't know. Like one of them would have to be coming out with like bum notes. Like, and this is the reality too. We also have to remember, y'all, statistically speaking, yes, being in the second half of a semi, televote wise, is more of an advantage. And so that's why I say, but I also will say people remember what starts and finishes. They remember what starts and finishes. That's why I'm like, Denmark just got the blessing from on high. I don't know what type of prayers Riley has been doing, but it surely was a miracle that this is opening the semi because I don't think anyone saw that coming. ESC Dakota, oh, I don't think Cyprus is qualifying. Greece has a much higher chance. Now, I say personally, I like Greece's song, I think, more than Cyprus's song. Personally, I prefer that song. Cyprus's song, I'm not bumping like I normally bump a Cyprus song. I'm just not. But I think that Cyprus might give us the more holistic package. And Andrew, I know that Andrew can sing live. So that's why I'm like, I think there's more hype around Cyprus, to be blunt. I think people feel more confident about Cyprus than Greece, but I'm divorcing sort of my personal opinions. Um Thoughts on Poland? I think we've exhausted that conversation, right? We've exhausted that conversation. We don't need to talk about it. At this point, it just almost be cruel. Um Someone said Andrew can sing live. He was in Australia Decides. And the vocal wasn't perfect, but he hit all the notes that he needed to hit. Just saying. Um yeah, Cyprus is qualifying, I think, leaving Greece in the dust since they are fighting for the same audience. I agree with that. I think the benefit of Riley is Riley has an opportunity to hit a younger demographic. I feel like Greece and Cyprus are sort of in that same bucket a little bit, but like I said, in the car when I'm listening to the songs, I'm actually preferring I'm preferring Greece's song than Cyprus, but also maybe it's just because I've had Cyprus's song longer. So there's that. Um, okay. Let's hold on here. So here we go. Let's go on to where I think the qualification stands for semifinal one. This is the one. Get ready in the comments. Um, uh, yeah. So here's where I feel things are sure. I think that Norway, Israel, Sweden, Czechia, and Finland are sure in the first semifinal. And again, this is not my a lock. Again, I will do that in a couple, like the end of April before rehearsals. I will come up with my, we'll do our locked in predictions. But I feel what's a lock from semifinal one: Norway, Israel, Sweden, Czechia, and Finland for sure. Okay. What I feel is most likely, and so this is in addition to, before y'all are like Serbia are sure. I'm not saying that Serbia is sure. I'm not saying that. But I think it is most likely going to make it. And so I have Serbia, Moldova, and then I have asterisks by Croatia and the Netherlands. And then I have Portugal versus Latvia for the third slot. Now, here are the asterisks, because I said I have an asterisk by Croatia and I have an asterisk by the Netherlands. I think the Netherlands got a gift by coming where they're coming. A gift that honestly, I don't think that they needed. A gift, yeah. It's a gift that I don't think that they needed. Not this year at Eurovision, as much as I like the song. I like the song. I think the controversial thing is I am not clocking for Switzerland to advance. I know right now in the betting odds, it's like supposed to be advancing or something like that. But that was before the running order. And I honestly felt like that was PR money put in there to like make it seem like it had a shot. I don't see Switzerland making it. And I don't think coming after Croatia is helpful at all for them. And even with Noah coming after, not helpful. Not helpful for Switzerland. So I'm thinking people choose Croatia. But I will also say this. I could see if us Eurovision fans unite, we could have Latvia over the Netherlands. I think that we could make that happen. That instead of the Netherlands, we could get Latvia. I actually think that this is a song that like people at home would like. It feels very radio friendly. Yeah. But as of now, I'm giving the edge to Portugal, getting that 10th slot. So again, what do I think is sure? I think Norway is sure, Israel sure, Sweden sure, Czechia is sure, and Finland is sure. And you know what? I'm just going to take a moment, since there are over 500 people watching, just to one, say thank you to everybody who is watching this. If you are watching this video and you are not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. It really makes a difference. Like, I just want to say, like, I don't think people know, like, I am not going to be doing this for forever. And the timeline of me doing this for forever is probably directly related to like channel growth to a certain degree. I'm just going to be real. So if you weren't already previously subscribed, so I really do appreciate every single view. I appreciate every single comment. Like, truly, it really, really does make a difference and motivates me to keep doing this stuff and connecting with y'all, because I love connecting. Like I need this low key, but I am fully fine with annoying my friends and family with all of my Eurovision banter and all the stuff that they don't care about. And thank you so much for the money. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So thank you. I will say um what? Oh wait, what? I'm Stephen. Alicia, stop saying that there are always more people being born and your audience can only grow. We will see. um Gustav, do I have hope for Azerbaijan? Absolutely not. And it's not even about me. This is about what the what the producers did. They don't even have hope in Azerbaijan. I mean, my lord. I just was like, it's over. I was like, dang. You know, tell us how you really feel, producers. Thank you so much, Cellophane. Love y'all more. Okay. But yeah, so surefire qualifiers: Norway, Israel, Sweden, Czechia, Finland. I feel good about that. And then most likely Serbia, Moldova, and then I have an asterisk by Croatia and the Netherlands. Here's the thing: I would not be surprised if there were locals who watched Croatia and actually felt like, I'm not getting a vocal. Like, yeah, this is wacky, but like, I actually like some of these songs. So I'm going to pick up the phone and call for the songs that I like. I've been just thinking that Croatia's going to make it, but I'm going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Um, I feel like, well, hold on. ESC Dakota, save them coins for the business. But thank you. Thank you so much. And people have plenty of time to like this on the replay because I'm sure people will be watching this on the replay. Um, I could see a world where Croatia doesn't make it because people at home are just like, I don't get this. This is wacky. I'm not picking up the phone. And especially because the first semifinal is so stacked, people really might see a lot of songs that they really, really like, that they're like kind of in love with. So I think Croatia in semifinal two obviously is qualifying cakewalk. Like it's easy. But I could see a world where some people are like, this is too weird for me. But again, I have it in my most likely qualifying bucket. The Netherlands, I think, got a dope running order position, and that's why I'm thinking, okay, maybe they have slid their way in there. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, my feelings are gonna be hurt if we get like what? Croatia, Switzerland, the Netherlands, and I don't get Portugal. I'm gonna be upset. Like, I might cry. I might cry. I might cry. Um, Someone said, could the wacky vote be split with Finland? I think that's another piece. That's why, it's weird because I've been living in this world. Oh, thank you, Neil. Thank you for joining and thank you for the money. Um, yeah, yeah, we'll see. Actually, someone has a comment that I already think I see the rebuke for it, but that I'm like, I hold on, let's see. Hold on. If people don't like Croatia, they obviously don't get satire. We get satire. We get it. We're at the Eurovision Song Contest. We might want a song that sonically we just like listening to. And in semifinal one, there are a lot of songs that people might go, yeah, like I get it. Like I get what they're trying to say here. Here you have the platform. You've now said it. That does not mean I need to pick up my phone and have you sing it on Saturday night and take the slot of a song that I actually like. There's a difference. There's a difference. Tiago, Portugal will qualify. I mean, look, we can will it. But here's the thing. I really want to see Latvia advance. If I had to pick between Portugal or Latvia, I guess I will give it to Portugal. It's just a hard pill to swallow when there are other entries that I don't know. Vlad, unpopular opinion. I'm not sure that Moldova is qualifying being between Israel and Sweden. It's so different. It's what people come to Eurovision for. And I'll tell you this. Moldova, I actually did have a question mark around only because it's so much of the stuff that I like at Eurovision, but I'm not loving that song this year. It's not my favorite song this year. And But I do think Moldova stages well enough. I think actually being between Israel and Sweden is a gift. But again, I still personally, in the running order, I said this earlier, I would have had Moldova in the Netherlands slot. I would have had Moldova in the Netherlands slot. I would have just instantly swapped those two. I think that the Netherlands would have been just fine in between Israel and Sweden. But also, candidly, I'm not really fighting for anyone to have the Netherlands in my, like, you know, in the grand final. But I like the song. Like, it's not one of my least favorite songs. Um, People who say that Moldova and or Portugal won't qualify are delusional. They are safe qualifiers. The odds are calling because right now Portugal is not qualifying, right? Unless something changed, unless all of a sudden RTP had some, like, PR budget and maybe they wanted to throw some dollars um behind Portugal. Let's see. Let's see. Let's look at the odds. Right now, the Netherlands is so right now Portugal's not qualifying, Malta's not qualifying, Azerbaijan's not qualifying, Latvia and Ireland are not qualifying according to the odds. And then in semifinal 2, currently Denmark, Poland, Iceland, Albania, San Marino and Romania are not qualifying in the odds. Yovel, apparently Noah will not be at any pre-party. Do you think it will hurt her? No, it's not going to hurt her. Dakaza, I think Portugal stands out. I think Portugal is great. To me, if Portugal makes it to the grand final, I feel like it's a top 10 quality song and could come top 10. Personally, I think it is that good. I think it is that good in comparison to like what we have. Tiago, Black Mamba was also a sure non-qualifier before the show. I always saw a path for the Black Mamba though. So that's the only thing. I just always saw a path for the Black Mamba to make it. I see a pathway for Portugal to make it this year. I just don't know if it's sure, but I see a very clear path. So again, just so people know, so it's clear where I'm saying, and this is not my locked in prediction. We'll wait until we've had some pre-parties, and right before the show, I'll release that. We'll have the jam board, everything. It'll be fun. I have Norway, Israel, Sweden, Czechia, and Finland as surefire qualifiers. And then I have most likely to happen Serbia, Croatia, Moldova, the Netherlands. And then in the 10th slot, I have Portugal and Latvia battling it out. And I feel like there could be a world, if you like Latvia's song so much, and I mean, there are people who have Latvia still in their top 10, then Latvia, I think, could take the Netherlands slot. But it's coming so early in the show, it's probably not going to happen. Probably not going to happen. Whereas Portugal, I think even in a recap, Bebe is shining. I mean, even with it coming as early as it is, like, it's shining. It's standing out. It's so good. Thank you, Alexandra. Thanks, girl, for everything. Appreciate all the content. Is there one country you're like 100% sure will not qualify? For me, it's San Marino. Yeah, San Marino is mine. Yeah, San Marino. I think I was concerned about it even when they released the song because I just was like, look, if Achille Lauro couldn't qualify, to me, like semifinal 2 is wide open. I'm like, I don't even think Achille Lauro was in the tough semi last year. So I was like, if that couldn't make it, I was like, anything coming from San Marino was probably going to be going up against a really, really tall hill to climb. And ultimately, this song is just like, it just seems like it's no one's favorite. I've heard no one say that it's their favorite song. Whereas last year with San Marino, there were people who were like, no, Achille Lauro's song is my favorite. So it's not even giving like divisive. Dominicus, love your content. Thank you so much for the money. Goran, why is Serbia still so low in the odds? I don't know. I don't know. ESC Cyprus, San Marino is very underrated. Underrated, or is it an accurate representation of what is ultimately going to happen in May? We'll find out. Antonio, Czechia isn't for me safe anymore. It's fine. Czechia's fine. Don't worry about it. It's it's totally fine. Which country could be your dark horse if it goes to the final? Dark horse to win? There are no dark horses to win this year, unfortunately. I remember when we used to be able to have those conversations. We can't really have those conversations anymore. There are no dark horses to win. Now, dark horse to qualify, I guess at this point, it'd be Denmark and Portugal, respectively, because currently people don't have them qualifying. And I think that I think both of them have a real shot at making it. I do. Um, okay. I think we're underestimating Switzerland. I think it could do well with the right staging. Look, I'm not saying that, I don't want to say that I'm underestimating Switzerland. Maybe I should say that. I just don't think I just don't think it's gonna make it. And I think coming after Croatia is not gonna be helpful. Do they have Sasha this year? Are they throwing money at it? Do they have Sasha? Or is Pele doing the staging? Pele did what, Lithuania last year, and you know, here's the thing, y'all. I think we gotta figure out what we want to see happen. I don't know. Uh, the Kaza, we all love you, Alicia. You make ESC a better experience for all of us. Never leave us. Also, Armenia and Slovenia better be in the final and in top 10 respectfully. I'm not mad at that. I could see Armenia just missing out though. I don't know why. Like it's this is the thing. Armenia, because I like it. I like it a lot. I'm just sort of like, I don't know if Europe will really like it. That's like where I'm at with Armenia. And I think with Israel, I think I said this at one point, which can y'all stop doing the weirdo stuff where it's like, and this is not y'all, you know what I mean? The proverbial y'all of like, oh, I'm just jealous of Noah. How old is she? I am fine. I have no makeup on here and I'm very comfortable with the way that I look. So I like there is no jealousy. I just feel like, Israel was coming for the win. They're obviously not getting it. So I've just been, I think, honest in saying that I don't think Israel is going to get the result that they wanted, which is not even really a read because I think Israel was bringing her wanting to win and it's not going to win. Like that's not a crazy thing to say. This is just realistic. I live in reality. I don't know. The delusion is real. But if I'm realistic, because even though Armenia I like, and I could see it still being like in my top 10 overall for like the contest, even I think after the live performances, I could still see it there for me. I could somehow see it coming like 12th. And the same thing I think with Noah, like where then we get to the final and people are just into the bands, they're into the fun and the wacky. But that doesn't mean that I think she's not going to look good on stage and perform well. But I also will say this, which I don't think that this is a read. I think that this is the reality we live in. Most of the young pop girlies these days are not really seasoned when it comes to performing live, right? Because we haven't been requiring our pop stars to sing live. They like lip sync every performance they do. So they do full on choreo. They're putting on a show. It's great. But it's a whole different ballgame when you're at the Eurovision Song Contest and you have to actually hit them notes and sing them live. It's different. Yeah, just saying. Um, Antonio and Armenia is not great at staging to create. They create too many empty spaces for Book and some. Honestly, that is my worry with Armenia because I don't think their track record for staging has been great. I feel like with Brunette, it's going to be a little different. I think. I think. Um, you do have to remember that finals have still national juries, so the pop girlies will struggle. I mean, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I agree. That's why I said I was like, I don't feel like to say like Israel is for sure coming top 10. I don't know about that. I don't feel comfortable like saying that because the trends of the televote have been going elsewhere and the juries aren't always fawning at the pop girlies. I think Chanel was the anomaly because Chanel could sing. Because Chanel could sing. She was the anomaly. She was, she was not the rule. So yeah. Question, do you still think Czechia is a contender for the win? Kinda. Kinda. Um, uh, what y'all didn't like the wall of toilet paper from last year? Yeah, I mean, Armenia is not the track record is not great for staging. I think sometimes they've been great. Like honestly, when I touch me the world in silence. 2016, that staging was beautiful. Beautiful. We could do that this year. Can we get the augmented reality? That would work well with the song that we have for Future Lover. Just saying. Less that. Nil era. I'm starting to worry for Serbia as well. Weird feeling. I think it's okay. I think it's going to be okay. I'm not worried. I mean, honestly, we just need it. We need it in the final. Okay. At this point, I'm like, and in the semifinal, like the first one, like what we have here, we just needed to make it to the final. That we just got to get there. We got to get there. Um, yeah, I bet. Um, Someone said, but also Sasha did Armenia 2016. Yeah, Armenia 2016 was great. Do, 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 do. It was great. Okay, I need Armenia to not even think about having any semblance of those bells unless it's incredible AR. Yeah, yeah. But we don't need the bells anyway. We don't need them at all. We don't need them at all. Uh, yeah. I really like Armenia's song. Again, I would have had it open the semi. I don't care. I would have had it open the semi. I don't care. Um, Let me maybe just say this because I will just say in close of this, I'm still in sort of this weird place where even when I look at these semifinals, if you ask me the songs that I personally feel like I want to fight for, there's not 10 songs that I want to fight for out of any of these buckets. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like where I get down in the comments, be like, no, you're wrong. It's going to be this. Like, I feel very detached from this year in a weird way. I don't know, maybe because I'm just not going, but in a way that I think I have a clearer view of things because I'm not really bringing in just what I like. It's like I'm looking and because of following the national selections, maybe. Like it's just I just feel like I don't know. Like I just kind of feel like yeah, there's not 10 songs out of each of these buckets that I would be fighting people for. So I thought it might be helpful for me to just tell you um like the songs that like I think I want to see advance. And even some of these, I'll be real with you, I'm not fighting anybody about it. So here we go. So from semifinal 1, Serbia, Latvia, Portugal, Norway, Sweden, Czechia, and Finland. Really only 7 songs that I really want to see advance. 7. So that leaves space for 3 songs that I'm like, yeah, go on, do it, whatever. And to be fair, the only country of that 7, I will say like Malta, I wanted to see advance because I just like the song, but I think I let go of the possibility of advancing a long time ago. I think I just began to prepare myself so you won't see me fighting anyone like the busker deserves to qualify. I don't have it in me. But I will say out of the 7, Serbia, I'm gonna fight you for. I'm gonna fight people for Serbia. I'm gonna fight people for Portugal. I'm starting to let go of Latvia. I'm starting to let go of that one. And Norway, there's no reason to fight anyone. Everyone thinks it's going to make it. It's going to make it. So I don't have to fight anyone about it. Sweden is going to make it. So I don't have to fight anyone about it. It's going to make it. So who cares? Czechia, I don't even think I have to fight about that one because it's going to make it. But let's just say I'll fight for Czechia. I'll fight for the Czech Republic. That one needs to be in the final, period. It needs to go there. Oh, yeah, whatever. Finland, I don't feel like I need to fight anyone because it's going to make it. So I don't need that. So then talking about semifinal 2, there are actually 8 songs that I would say from semifinal 2 I want to see advance. Like I want them to advance. So that's interesting. But that's Denmark. I like want to see it advance. I know y'all don't like it, but I like the song. I don't know. And I'm not getting sick of it. That's like the weird thing. I'm not even getting sick of it because it is sort of a song that seems like something you get sick of and somehow like I'm just not. Oh, and someone said I'm gonna fight for Latvia. I want to fight for Latvia, but I'm already tired. And that's why I'm just like, you know what? Fine. If I have to let it go, I will let it go. But I do feel like but trust and believe, if I'm picking up my phone and calling for anything in the first semifinal, it's Portugal and Latvia. Those are the ones I'm picking up my phone for. Because the other ones I think will be fine without me, without me. Okay, here we go. So of what I want in semifinal 2, Denmark, Armenia, Iceland, Slovenia, Georgia, Austria, Albania, and Australia. Now I'll tell you, I'm beginning the process of letting go of Iceland. I will do that. I don't want it. You know what I mean? I don't want to let it go, but I have to be realistic. I have to live in the reality that is the Eurovision Song Contest. So yeah, I just, and I would say even of that 8, who will I fight for? I'm fighting for Armenia. I might let go of my fight for Iceland, but right now I'm a fight for it. I'll be fighting people in the comments for that one. Slovenia, I don't feel like I have to fight for this one, but I will do it. I will do it because I saw some real strange stuff at like about a week ago where people were talking about, oh, Slovenia is not a surefire qualifier. And I just don't even know where that rumor came from. I don't know where that rumor came from because I rebuke it. That just doesn't even seem realistic. Georgia, I don't think I have to fight anyone for it because it's going to qualify. Austria, I don't think I have to fight for it, but I will fight for Austria. That song needs to be in the final. Like just sonically, what the song is about, it needs to be at the grand final. I need like people worldwide hearing what that song means. And it's not just about, Edgar Allan Poe. So that one I'll fight for. And Albania, I kind of want to fight for them. I like it. I love that part. The two sisters coming through with the backing vocal. That's memorable. I just need that. And Australia, I want to see that advance, but I don't think I have to fight for that one. I think it's making it. So yeah, yeah, I'll hop into these last bit of comments. I'm slowly letting go of Albania. Don't, it's too soon. It's too soon. Naruto, Albania, I love it. Yes. Umut, Austria should win semifinal too. Um, they, mm, mm, they, I don't think it's going to end up winning. The only reason why I say that is just because Austria doesn't have the best track record with the staging either. I'm a little bit concerned on that one. So we'll see. We'll see. Some unholy dude. I'm gonna fight for Moldova. Yeah, you can fight for that one. It might need it. It might need it more than we think. EFC Cyprus, we need Albania in the final. That's kind of how I feel. I don't care what it does when it gets there. But I do feel like it kind of needs to be there. Isn't Sasha doing the staging for Albania? Yes, she is. Is Romania a dark horse to qualify? If Romania doesn't do anything reminiscent of that national final, I think Romania has a shot. I've been saying that. I've been saying that. That I was like, if they just change the staging, because Romania, they invest, they can do some things. Who's DOA? I think I already said that. San Marino's definitely DOA. Yeah, I feel confident about that. And oh, I mean, Azerbaijan is definitely DOA. And honestly, after this running order, I think Ireland is out. They had a chance. They had a chance, but Eurovision battles. I honestly think Australia will win the semi, even though their televote isn't always the best. The placing helps it big time. The placing does help, but I don't know if there's that much fervency around it to get it done. I think Slovenia could win semifinal too. Like Slovenia has been sort of the song that I was thinking, like, oh, this could win. I don't think the running order is helping it. I don't think the running order is helping it. Yeah, so some people agreeing with me. Yeah, I mean, I like with this running order, like it's over. They might as well just have body doubles come in and lip sync. Well, they can't lip sync. Oh, whoops. Maybe just have the lead singer go, let the rest of the band chill, and they can put the bags over their face and, not even worry about showing up on the stage. Maybe I don't know. I actually kind of feel bad for Ireland. I actually kind of feel bad for Ireland. I think that would have been just fine opening the show, and that would have given them the nice lift that they needed. But I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Norway could come top 3 in the semi? Yeah. Benjamin, I definitely see Slovenia winning. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's sort of what I've been thinking. I don't know. This semifinal running order is not bad. Like it is not bad, but there were some choices made. This is not bad. I think that all in all, like the show will run well. But I do think this is like probably the most like for some of the songs that were questionable, it's like some of them got no favors with it. So it's just like, oh, well, I guess we're just going to have to let that one go. Like, it's kind of crazy. It's like, it's not bad running order, but it is just like, oh, that there, given the track record, oh no. I mean, because ultimately, here's the truth. Coming at the end is helpful for the televote. There's probably people who missed the first bit of it. And so maybe that will hurt Denmark. I just think the song is so catchy and it's hitting a demographic of people who don't work. So sorry, who don't work. So they're already home. They're tuning into the show when the show starts. So I think with Denmark, it's not over, and I do feel like ultimately we're starting the show with Norway, we're closing with Australia. That's good. We're closing the first half of the first semifinal with Finland. That's good. We're opening the second semifinal with Denmark. A choice, but it's catchy. The song is catchy, well produced. Maybe the staging is going to be something that pops. But yeah, I think this is an interesting running order, but I do think that this running order, unlike other years, definitely sealed the fate of some of the songs that were seeming shaky. It's just like, yep, no, 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 it's over. So that was my reaction to the semifinal running order for Eurovision 2023. What do you think? Drop down and talk to me in the comments below. If you've never been to my channel before, welcome. You missed the live stream. You missed the live stream. You could have been here. So please take this opportunity right now to like this video and to subscribe. I've got so much content coming for you. And for the 500 people who are watching right now, booty, 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 so fat. That interview will be coming to you at some point this weekend. I'm really, really excited. So I hope you all get excited for Eurovision 2023. I'm so excited to actually make my predictions. I've got like 3 weeks, 3 weeks, and 3 weeks. I'll be bringing that to you, but also I'm bringing you the videos because I do these Twitter polls where I ask, like, what's your favorite female artist? What's your favorite male artist? What's your favorite rock band? And the one that I was most excited about, what's your favorite entry from Eurovision 2023 that is from a country that's never won before? So you still have opportunities to vote for your favorite. I think it's the favorite, what do I have up here on Twitter? Rock song this year. And you can still vote on your favorite entry at Eurovision 2023 from a country that's never won before. And then we'll do videos for those. So lots of fun content coming your way. I'm so excited. All right. Thank you for watching. Have a good weekend.